I know that you are my friend. We can be the best even at bad times. I miss you, you miss me. Oh my gosh, all my friends. All my friends, all my friends, yeah. All my friends, yeah. I miss you, you miss me. Oh my gosh, all my friends. I know that you are my friend. We can be the best even at bad times. I miss you, you miss me. Oh my gosh, all my friends. All my friends, yeah. All my friends, yeah. I miss you, you miss me. Oh my gosh, all my friends. I know that you are my friend. We can be the best even at bad times. I miss you, you miss me. Oh my gosh, all my friends. All my friends, yeah. All my friends, yeah. I miss you, you miss me. Oh my gosh, all my friends. I know that you are my friend. We can be the best even at bad times. I miss you, you miss me. Oh my gosh, all my friends. All my friends, yeah. All my friends, yeah. I miss you, you miss me. Oh my gosh, all my friends.
Wagwan, everybody!
I know that you are my friend. We can be the best even at bad times. I miss you, you miss me. Oh my gosh, all my friends.
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 Yeah.
All my friends.
All my friends. All my friends. Yeah.
I miss you, you miss me. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. All my friends. Yo. How y'all doing tonight?
I know that you are my friend. We can be the best even at bad times. I miss you, you miss me. Oh my gosh, all my friends. All my friends. All my friends.
All my friends.
Yeah. All my friends.
All
All
my
my
friends.
friends.
Yeah.
I miss you, you miss me. Oh my gosh. All my friends.
Okay, y'all. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? Y'all? Welcome back. It's 2024. We in this building. You know what I'm saying? I'm still here. All my friends are still here. We in this bitch. You feel me? I appreciate everybody for goddamn joining for us and stuff, y'all. Tonight is another touchy subject. Gotta get my stuff right, y'all. All right, I'm here. I got it. See, you know what I'm saying? I ain't do my warm-ups. I ain't go to I ain't do my warm-ups yet, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting here trying to do some promotions before the show. Definitely tonight we're talking about something a little serious. We're talking about drugs and usage. No, we're not incriminating ourselves. No, we're not saying that we're doing these drugs. It's informational and I want to do my disclaimer. even though we are talking about these drugs, drugs is very important to know that this is not something that we're telling everybody to do or to go out and get to purchase these things. Of course, drugs is illegal. We're not going to admit to any crimes on here. We're not going to say that we have done or have not done. But what we will do is inform you on these drugs. This is only just to educate you, not to get you to go out and try these drugs for yourself. But it's also to give you the knowledge on it. So if you did go try it, you will have at least a better way of understanding what you're getting yourself into for the people who are experimental or very more on a positive faith. But for the drugs that you can do, please do them responsibly and try your best to not drive while you are on the influence of anything. So that's my disclaimer. I'll put it out there. No, I'm not preaching to people about doing drugs. No, I'm not telling you to go do them either. How you doing, sir? I have a pop-up guest over here with me tonight to bring into the show. How you doing? You want to introduce yourself?
Oh my God.
You want to stay anonymous?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you want to stay anonymous?
You said what?
Do you want to stay anonymous?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have anonymous here. How you doing tonight, anonymous?
I'm doing good.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So are you familiar with drugs and the things about them and the information on them?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good though. That's all. That's all we need. We just need a little information. So, okay, let me first start off by y'all. Y'all can definitely go subscribe. Please subscribe, and subscribe more if you can. Please subscribe. I definitely need more subscribers. I'm not going to be one of these people who act like I don't love support. I love support. I love support, y'all. I've been drinking a little bit, y'all. Y'all gotta bear with me. But yes, this is definitely what we're doing. Let me add this on here. This is a topic tonight, y'all. Alright. Now, if you want to be on my show, if you ever want to have an idea of anything you wanted me to talk about on this show, if you want us to elaborate more and all stuff like that, you can definitely hit me up in the inbox. You feel me? On tlk.tvchannel@gmail.com. I accept anybody's responses. I listen to everybody. This show is for this show technically is only for my friends, but my TV network is for everybody. So we have something for you. We can talk about it on something, or we can have you come on and talk about it, especially if we need to do a special or something just specifically. Please don't be scared. I want every voice. Every voice counts. Every voice matters. Also, to find us, you can go and look us up on YouTube. You can look us up on Twitter. You can look us up on Twitch. Right now we are streaming on StreamYard. So we're gonna give a shout out to StreamYard thank you for hosting this and having this for us to be able to do this. We're also gonna give a shout out to Facebook. I'm on my personal Facebook right now. And all my 4,000 and some followers. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have been a great contribution to my cause. YouTube, I appreciate everybody. I have finally got up to 35 subscribers. Look at that. Look, y'all, every number counts. Every number counts. Okay? Love it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Please subscribe more. I need more. Let's try to get it to 100, you know what I'm saying, before Valentine's Day. I'm trying to get it to 100 before Valentine's Day. If you can do that for me, I appreciate that. Thank you for the viewers who are always watching. We also are on Twitch. Twitch, thank you so much, because Twitch is also have been a back burner, like a back burner. You know what I'm saying? It's been doing its numbers, and I can't even show it. I can't even prove it, but it's been doing its numbers. People have been watching for Twitch. People have been coming in. Okay, so let's get on into this beautiful show. Drugs. Let's talk about the drugs. Talk about drugs. Drugs are very useful in certain different ways. We have good drugs. We have quote unquote bad drugs. The pharmacy. I mean, all the things we take to get better are drugs. Even though some of those drugs are used herbally. I mean, people don't understand. Like, you could really make your own drug in your kitchen if you just put a couple herbs together. You have made the same drug that you about to go spend $20, $30 on at the store, and you done spent about $5 on that. Hold on, y'all. Welcome. How you doing? You on mute right now. You got your thing muted. Can you hear me?
What's up, bro?
Wagwan. Welcome to the show. Thank you for attending. All my friends. You know what I'm saying? This is a platform where all my closest friends who I can talk to about anything. And today we're talking about drugs and usage. And yeah, this is a touchy subject. Cause you should have seen how many people was like, I'm not about to be on here. I'm not about to talk about that. Like, if we fucking incriminating ourselves with some crazy ass shit, that shit crazy as hell. But let me just go ahead and jump into it. I have another person on my pop in over here on the side. So we're gonna talk about the first drug, which is the most easiest drug I feel, which is marijuana. So question I have about marijuana is, what the hell is marijuana?
Because the rest of them ain't What you doing? They're outside
You
in the
want to go?
car.
You want to go first? All right, Anonymous going first. What is marijuana to you?
It's something given to us by Mother Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Roll it up, break it
down. So it's a plant, basically. It's a plant, right? I mean, I could agree with you on that. It's a plant. It's green. I mean, it's a plant that basically grows from a natural climate. I mean, technically, we don't have to technically grow it for it to grow. If I'm not mistaken, I could at certain climates that will support it to grow by itself without needing any type of physical treatment to it. So yeah, it's a plant. It's a normal natural plant. Okay. Do you have anything to elaborate on that, Sosa?
My bad. I'm trying to get these headphones, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you good. Okay, so we just go ahead with what's saying. So basically, yes, I mean, it's a plant. What does it look like?
Type in Google and search it. And it's green.
Well, I can explain it. So basically, marijuana looks like it's a long stem, right? And it branches out to different leaves. And on those leaves they have flowers, which they call flowers, but they look like leaves that have strewn, that's like has balled up into itself and made these buds that we call buds. And the bud, you take those buds, and those buds is basically what makes it to be marijuana. But also, marijuana is used in a lot of different ways. People don't understand the leaves, also the stems. A lot of the different parts of marijuana is used: CBD, THC, THCP, Delta 8, Delta 9, 7, 8, 12, 14, whatever they come out with next. All that comes from the different parts of the actual marijuana plant. I don't know the exact history of marijuana, but I can definitely Google how long has marijuana been in the parts of what's name. But I do remember a story that somebody told me about marijuana being the reason why it became a bad thing in the United States, because people felt like marijuana was being distributed from the Mexicans. So therefore, that was a way to stop them from being profitable or making some type of capitalization on something. So they made it legally. I mean, that's just a story that I heard from the old folks. The old folks all got some shit to say. But I mean, in history, marijuana has definitely been used in a lot of medical procedures and stuff that people didn't say nothing until recently. Now that they actually made that where it's actually something that they actually can use now. Now you can get a whole card. You can get a whole card and smoke some weed in front of a police officer. I never knew it in a lifetime. I remember when I first went to New York. When I went to New York and I realized that weed was legalized, and I went to go buy something from the truck, and I rolled up, right? And the police came walking across me. I'm looking like I kind of like hit the blunt. I'm looking like what, like the fuck? And he looked at that man. Shit, you better puff that shit. Like he looked at me like you better puff that shit. He said, "Shit, I ain't worried about that shit." And that shit just blew me off guard because I've never had really been anywhere where I could smoke in front of a police officer. I mean, I've been in places where marijuana was legalized because people don't know it's legalized. And I think I want to say I didn't do my facts on this, y'all, so y'all gotta forgive me. I think like 14 states in the United States. I want to say it's 14. I know it used to be 11, but 3 came
How
out.
many states it is? I'm not gonna be in front of a police officer doing that.
You're not gonna be in front of a police officer smoking?
No.
I mean, but you can though, because technically they can't do anything. They can't do anything. But I didn't know the police officer was going to be right there. He came around the corner because you know how New York is. There's a lot of people walking around, all up in the streets and stuff. I walked around, came around the corner, and I stopped, and I was like, okay, fuck this shit. I'm about to smoke shit. They said it's legalized. You know what I'm saying? So I'm smoking. I'm smoking right there. I don't smell nobody else smoking though. I don't see nobody else smoking, so I'm scared because I don't see nobody else smoking. But they're like, man, it's legal. It's legal. So I'm like, okay, let me light this bitch up then. Since it's legal, I'm about to smoke right here on Times Square. You got me fucked up. I'm not about to go and hide nowhere then if it's legal. And then the police came around the corner and I just hear up and it was just a gesture because I'm used to hiding this shit. So I hide it, and next thing you know, the police said something to me, and he just like was so cool about it. Like he was like, it was just so cool, and he made me feel a little bit more comfortable. So I'm like, damn, this really is legal. Like you really ain't gonna have to name. And I know you stay where you stay at, Anonymous. It's legal there. So I mean, you still want to smoke in front of police?
No. Mm-mm.
What would they do?
I don't know, but I'm also not about to find out.
I mean, that is crazy. That is crazy because it's legal there.
Mm-mm.
So, I mean, you don't never see people outside in the street smoking?
No.
What?
Mm-mm.
Oh, my. Can I tell them where you're from?
You can.
You said, yeah?
You can.
Okay, so Anonymous is from Oregon, right? And I don't know a lot about Oregon, but I mean, from the pictures I see, Oregon is like it's a big open field. You know what I'm saying? It's an open field where you don't have, too many people right next to you. So I don't understand why the hell y'all don't even smoke outside in public, and it's legal in Oregon. Like that's one of the first places that was legalized. Thank you for coming back with us. Oh, okay. He's having difficulties. I mean, I'm just saying though. So you never even had the courage to even want to just light a blunt in front of everybody? You with me? Okay, I think he stepped out. Oh, okay. The next, the next question that I have is the usage of it. Okay. Okay. Y'all just bear with me. All right. So, how to use marijuana? So, it's different ways you can use it, right? You can put it inside of. You can extract it. Like that's a way you do it. You can extract it. They have oils that you can extract with it. Any type of oil. You can put it inside of foods. I mean, honestly, I see people who do have like the flowers and stuff in the what's the name, but it's technically the flour put inside a thing. You're supposed to just extract it. Supposed to extract it using some oil or some butter, or you can use you can make a tincture. You can um also use the hemp plants. Hemp plants are good for your skin texture. It's good for medical uses. It's good for all this stuff. CBD, you can extract CBD out of it. But the most famous way of marijuana is basically putting it inside of a swisher, breaking it down. Because I mean, you have to break it down. You have to break it down. If you don't break it down, you're gonna break holes into the swisher, and nobody wants no holes. And they quote unquote called blunt. Now, if you don't want to use that, you definitely can also use papers. Papers are basically it's not like a piece of paper that you get what's the name. It's a little thinner. It's a little airier. We call them white boys. You can, and I know me being Jamaican, I like a smoke out of paper. Raw is a very good company to get peppers from. But you break it down. Make sure you take the seeds and the stems out of. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So you take the seeds and take the stems out of it, right? Once you take the stems and the seeds out, then you break it. Make sure it's broken down where it's, you have to spread it around. You put it in there and you roll. Now, technical. Now, I'm not trying to tell you how to do this, but if you are doing it, you should know. If anybody who rolls knows that it's all in the tongue. It's in the tongue. It's in the tongue. Okay? Pull that shit with the tongue. Don't be trying to do all that shit. I mean, you can cuff it a little bit with your thumb. Thumb in the tongue. I tell people, thumb in the tongue is the best way to pearl it. Pearling is basically when you roll it to a way where all the weed is thoroughly throughout of it, and when it smokes, it burns slower because it's not so much air being put into it to burn it fast. That's basically the usage. The pros of marijuana. Do you have some pros for marijuana?
What do you mean?
Like, what are some pros that you would say for marijuana?
Like, don't just get stuff from anyone.
Is that a pro?
Is that a con?
That's a con. That's a more of a con. That's more of a con. You can't just get shit. I mean, the con with marijuana, since we jumped to the cons, is the fact that it can be, you can be manipulated because the fact that it looks like a herb. So you can be tricked if you don't know what you're doing. You can be tricked because somebody can give you oregano, somebody can give you some parsley, and you might think it is. They might add a little honey to it. I've seen people do it. Add a little honey to it, real stuffed up, make it look like it's all sticky and it's a bud, but it's really just some herbs that they with honey and then made it to a bud. But some pros, it's a relaxer. Weed is definitely a relaxer. It's definitely a relaxer. It's a relaxer. Like, I mean, have you ever just been irritated and just smoked and just
Yeah.
calmed all the way the fuck down. Like you forgot about the whole reason why you're mad. Another con, though, just going back on the con. Another con is you might forget some shit, depending on how much you smoked that day. You might forget that you had to do something. You might forget. So it's definitely something that will make you forget, but it's also two different strands of marijuana. You have a sativa and you have an indica. And the sativa is a more of a, I guess, a mind high. A sativa is a mind high. You're more energetic. You're not as hungry. Indica is more of a body high, so you get hungry. You have the munchies. You're ready to be lazy and all this. You really don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But also, the indicas are usually the strongest that has the most THC inside of it. And if you never knew this, THC feeds off of sugars and fats. So when you do have a lot of weed with a lot of THC in it, it's going to make you want something sweet or make something very fat. You like the salty food. You want to put stuff together. Now, one thing I can tell you, a pro is that shit will make you invent some food that you never would have thought you had ever made before. Like, what? Oh my goodness. I remember I made some shit out of nothing. Like I had made some noodles. I had some noodles, right? I had some leftover chicken. I cut the chicken up. I sauteed it with some onions and some mushrooms and some bell peppers. And I had put some spinach in the thing. And I sauteed it all together. And I cooked the noodles. And when I cooked the noodles, I boiled the noodles with onions. And then once I strained it out, seasoned the noodles up, put them on top. And I put that shit on top of that. You talking about? I felt like I was at a gourmet restaurant when I was eating that shit. Only thing I don't like about when I used to smoke is I can't stop eating at a certain point. Like you have to like really smoke a cigarette to stop yourself from eating. I mean, from wanting to have that. What's the name? A lot of people who don't smoke usually have munchies a lot, and I know in my experience when I smoked a cigarette, it would stop my munchies. So until I smoked again. And once I smoked again, then I'll get the munchies. But if I smoke a cigarette, then I'm not as hungry anymore because the cigarette would curve my munchies. Was that like that for you?
I don't know. I was smoking cigarettes before anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But really, at that time, it's like you hit that cigarette the right way, it'll amplify everything too.
Yeah. That's true.
So, and then have you been like, really?
Yeah, because sometimes it will make you more high. It make you more high.
Right.
Now. And the effect on it that it has on you, another effect, it makes your eyes red. If you don't know, it'll make your eyes red. It's not because you can't see, but it's the blood circulation going through your body and it's pumping through your eyes as well. I mean, that's the only way I can explain it to the best ability of my knowledge from listening to doctors and talking to other people is the fact that it's the blood circulation of you getting high. It's the high coming in, and then the certain properties in marijuana is good for your eyes. So it pushes blood to your eyes, especially for people who cannot see. People cannot see. Who cannot, who has what they call glaucoma. Glaucoma.
Glaucoma.
Yeah, it's basically like the pupil of your eye. If I'm not mistaken, it interacts differently. The pupil of your eye interacts differently. If I'm not mistaken. And it comes by the blood pushing into your eye. It definitely comes a lot, and it kind of gives your eyes a relaxation. Your eyelids drop down, so you have like a little droopy eye. You have a little droopy eye. I always call it the Chinese look. Call it the Chinese look. Okay, man, we done took. Because you know what? Because weed is the number one drug. If nobody knows, weed is the number one drug in America. I mean, everybody is okay with it. That's why it's half illegal. And it's half legalized because it's okay. So now the next drugs that we're going to is not such of a okay thing. Okay, it's not something that most people like, but we're about to just dive right into it. Lower tabs, which is if you have
I
not,
have no experience with that.
I have if you don't know what a lower tab is, a lower tab is it's a downer. It's like prescription pills, basically. It's the prescription pills that are misused. I know Percocet is one of the main ones. Percocet is the main one. Like people on those Percocets, it's crazy. But you know what's crazy? They have a movie out. I forgot the name of it. It starts with a C. But they have a movie out that explains about how that even came out. So if you want to know a little bit more about the history of is it opiums? I think they're opiums. I think there's a opioid. That's what the opioids and how they came out and how they realized that the pain medicine. It's a pain medicine that is addictive because of the properties that they put inside of it. They knew when they produced this and they brought it out that it was going to be addictive. They knew that. Like they knew the more pain people was having, the more pain that they will want these objects more and more and more and more. So, hold on, y'all, 1 second. Okay. So, in the midst of this lower tabs, people decided they ended up wanting to start selling them. In the time frame, you can go and purchase these different pills, and these pills do different things. They have Zan bars. They have what's another one? I can't even think of another one. Hydrocodone, the codeine pills. All this stuff, you hear it in raps nowadays. You hear it and all the stuff like that. I don't deal with it. I don't but I know the effects. The effects, it's a downer. Like it makes the people who I've seen who've been on these things, they look like they're zombies. Especially a Xan. I've never got Xans. I've never understood why people want to do that. Why do you want to take a drug that you fall asleep off of and you don't even remember what you're doing? You're sleepwalking on a Xan. You're sleepwalking. You're not able to comprehend what you're doing. You know how many people I have seen on a Xan and don't remember the half of the things that they did or move? I don't want to know drug. Well, I can't remember what happened to me. I don't know what you're doing to me. That's damn near daybreak drug. Cause you don't remember. So why the fuck am I about to pop something that I don't remember? But I don't judge anybody. You do what you do and what you do. But this is an acknowledgement of the case of what you are doing. Percocet, they say that doesn't make you tired. I popped a Percocet before. And I didn't like it. It made me very jittery and made my stomach feel like I wanted to just But then after that feeling, I just felt like I was like drugged. Like I felt like I felt like I was drugged. I cannot lie to you. I felt like I was drugged the whole time. And I mean I get the purpose of wanting that. I mean the only pro I can see is like it numbs you. Makes you forget about things that you got going on. It kind of hallucinates that. But then in the cons, you're not aware half of the time of what you're doing. You're exposing yourself to things that you don't even know you expose yourself to. Half the time you looking sloppy when you're on the shit. That's not meant no together put fucking pill popper yet. And how you put together? You like your pants all damn near hanging. You're slobbing out your mouth. Like what? No. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but I cannot. I apologize if I offend anyone, but I personally just couldn't do it because I just feel like yes, it's a prescription, but I mean it's a reason that they prescribe these things for certain situations. If I'm not mistaken, they give Percocets to people who have like very serious injuries. So if you're not injured, that means you just feeling too fucking good for nothing. You ain't got no scars, no bruises, no cuts, no burns. Yeah, you just there. You just lifted. You floating. Obviously, I would think that it will float. The way it looks, usually Zans come in like I think blue, yellow, and another color. And that's like the different percentages of it. I know another the hydrocodone stuff. They look like big ass white pills. Like they look like they look like big ass white pills. Like first of all, I don't like taking medicine. And that's what it looks like to me. It looks like medicine. So that's the reason why I don't really indulge into the codeine and the Percocets and stuff because I don't like taking medicine. It ain't something that I like to do. I don't even like to go to the hospital half the time. So I'm not going to do that. But it looks like a normal pain pill or a normal medicine. It's sometimes big, sometimes small. It has different variations because they have it off of the milligram. What else am I missing with this? I got the pros, I got what it looks like, the usage, the effects. I told more people to do it to them. And what it is, I told them what it is. It's the pain pill. So then let's move on to the next one. Shrooms. You haven't tried shrooms?
Dr. Bronner's promote psilocybin.
They promote suicidal.
Psilocybin.
Oh yeah. I mean shrooms. No. Honestly, I've tried a shroom before. I feel like, and then when I did my research on shrooms do way more. But let's go down the list. Okay, what is a shroom? A shroom is a mushroom. It is. It just has certain properties. I think it's called what is it called?
I can't say it again.
Psilocybin.
Yeah,
Psilocybin. It has that property in it, which makes you quote unquote hallucinate. But my idea from when I took it, what is the effect on it? It helps you broaden your mind. It broadens your mind. It makes you think a little bit more. It opens up your brain to have more of an understanding what it is. Hold on, y'all. We have a comment. Wagwan.
It's like a proof for PTSD.
Yeah, it is because like I said, it broadens up your mind, opens up your mind to think and to feel a little different than you probably would. But on shrooms, I was able to identify exactly what was doing with me because I opened up my brain, and I'm very good at explaining things. So it came to about that, like they said, it takes like an hour or something to kick in, but it kicked in way quicker than that. Like it kicked in way quicker than that. I was like, and I'm sitting here in my mind trying to fight with myself, like this ain't really what's going on. Like this ain't really going on. They say you're tripping. They said it takes an hour. So I'm taking myself in my mind. I can see how you can trip off of something because it's all about self-control in your mental. And it deals with that. It looks just like a mushroom. It tastes disgusting. The way that you use it, you can put it in teas, you can grind it up, put it in anything. You can eat it dry, you can eat it fresh. It's supposed to be consumed, and then when it goes to your stomach, it hurts. Like your stomach starts hurting. That's how you know that it's working. Your stomach starts hurting. And then you start feeling like this. It's something in you. Like it's something growing in you. Like for real, I'm not gonna lie to you. Feels like something's growing in you because I'm trying to figure out what was wrong with me. And then my personal experience. I don't know if this was anybody else's experience, but it felt like somebody was just pouring water down my throat. Like it felt like I'm like, why does it keep feeling like I'm drinking something, but I ain't drinking nothing? You know what I'm saying? But it brings out the best of you. And I feel like whatever the heighten of your emotions or whatever energy or frequency that's high in your body, it starts with that first. And then it works its way down to everything. And I'm just glad that day I wasn't upset. But I feel like if you're upset or if you have any type of personal issues, don't run to shrooms to do that. Hold on. We haven't got to that yet. We're gonna get we're gonna get to it. So the pros about shrooms is you are able to identify with a lot of things. Your mind works a little bit better on shrooms. The cons is if you take too much of it, you can lose yourself within its time because it's taking over your mind or your body. And that's how I look at it. It's either gonna take over your mind or it's gonna take over your body. It won't do both if you take little dosages. But if you get over them 5 grams, because 5 grams should do it. But if you get over them 5 grams, your body and your mind about to be taken over. You're not going to know what you're doing. You're not going to know what you're thinking. Well, you're going to know because one thing I realized is when you do shrooms, out of every other drug, you remember exactly what you experienced. And that's another pro. You can remember exactly what you went through when you took that shroom. It's not like you have like you smoke weed and you wake up, you might have forgot to take somebody they napkin, you know what I'm saying, that you said 3 weeks ago you was gonna bring it to them. But when you do shrooms, you remember everything. Like you remember everything. When you took a shroom, did you remember everything?
I never did that.
You never took a shroom? Oh, wow. No. Okay then. All right. It's okay. I mean, everybody has not done everything. And that's the whole point of this, is to educate everything. But from my experience, I remember everything I did the last day. Hinting, the reason why this show even came about. All my friends, the first episode, it was the first time I took a shroom. And I came out with all my friends. Yes, I did. I came out with this show off of a shroom. So you can see how innovative it is. I mean, it can be innovative, but it also can be something that you have to be okay with your mind physically. I feel like personally knowing who you are would definitely help with that situation. Okay, let's move on to the next one because we're rolling into this hour. Cocaine, the white man's drug, as they say. The rich man's drug. Let me stop say that. They said the rich man's drug because cocaine back in the days. If you ever watch Snowfall, that's a great show to get you on the idea of crack and cocaine, which are the same things. Of course, I mean we're going to talk about that next. But with cocaine, what it looks like. I mean, what it is a cocoa plant that they put chemicals like gasoline and stuff in there, and they form a powder from it, and it increases your adrenaline and makes you watch Blow. Blow is definitely a good one for cocaine. You're right. Blow is a good one for cocaine. It is. I forgot all about Blow. I love that movie. I love it. Have you seen Blow? Yeah, Blow is the shit. What do you feel about cocaine?
It's a hell of a drug.
The usage of cocaine. Usually it's snotted. Like, I mean, a snot. It's so funny. Just like, snot me. It goes up in your nose, and anything that goes up in your nose, it goes to your brain. If you did not know that. You didn't like it. Why didn't you like it? Why didn't you like cocaine? Because my whole thing is when you hold on, okay. I didn't like it because it reminds me of having a sinus infection. Which is true. It does. Like give you that backup. I mean, okay, but let me explain to you. Okay, so you snort it, right? And after that, it's supposed to give you this drain, what they call a drain. It drips down your throat. And when it drips down your throat, that's when you start feeling this numb sensation. It really brings confidence in you. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people who do cocaine have a big confidence thing. They're fighting with their strong side. It gets a superiority about it. It makes you want to be like powerful. Like I can conquer the world for real. Like I mean, when I tried it, that's the only reason why I did it again, because of the fact that it made me feel like I was superior. Like, ugh, you ain't gonna tell me nothing. You can't stop me. So, but yes, the pros of that's the pros of it. But the downfall and the cons of it is that aftermath after you're done being up. The drain stops and your nose get clogged up. And like you said, it feels like it's a sinus infection. Yes, it brings out your alter ego. That's exactly what it does. You feel, what's the name? But I mean, in a way, for people, a lot of people don't know, is every time that you have ever done coke, you should always want to rinse your nose out with water and blow your nose completely. Yes, you might get a little after effect of what happened, because it's going to do that. It's going to drain again. But blow your nose with water. Definitely blow your nose with water. Get that shit cleared out of you, because if you don't, it's going to get backed up in here. You're going to start, all this is going to start getting raw. You're going to have blood. And when you do cocaine, for the ones who party with it, it's never good to continue just building yourself up with it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people who do cocaine and they'll just snort the whole day without even trying to even clean their nose or treat themselves. That causes issues up here. Okay, you don't want a hole burnt in your nose. You don't want to be what's that. And then if you do too much of it, you get what they call the lockjaw, where you're
What did you just say?
the lockjaw. You know.
Oh, you know what?
You do though. You do. And I swear, people don't realize that they've been doing it. I call it chewing invisible chewing gum, because that's what you're doing. Like you're chewing invisible chewing gum because you have overdosed. Not overdosed, like you're gonna die.
Yeah, that's not the right word.
Yeah, you indulged a little too much. You know what I'm saying? Your body is definitely running off of a lot of adrenaline, to the point where it's counteracting in your faces. Hi, how you doing? Hey. But yes, I mean, honestly, be careful with what you do, because that is a drug that you can overdose on. I mean, it's definitely a drug that you can overindulge into. It can cause serious damage. People have definitely died off of cocaine, unlike marijuana and shrooms, stuff like that. I mean, it's, what's the name? It also kills nose hairs. Yes, it does. Yeah. Yep. It does actually, and you don't want no raw nose. Like I was saying about the raw nose, like that shit it don't cooperate too well. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is another drug that's very serious. Because as we get deep into this, it's gonna get serious, y'all. Crack. Crack is another form of cocaine. It's a cooked version of cocaine. A little more cheaper because it's stretched out. It's basically stretched out. It usually looks yellowish, tannish, and it's hard. It's a hard substance. It's not what's the name? That's where they get the sense of the word hard. This is hard. Work. They call it work because the reason why I feel like they call it work is like, because when you're a spell and you're doing works, you have to sit there and you have to do that shit, and it puts some little work. You got to put a little work into it. So I think they call it work for that reason. I'm not sure, because I'm not a drug connoisseur to know exactly why, but that drug caused a big it surfaced in the 80s. Like I said, Snowfall will bring it to you. It caused a big counteraction with people because it was a new drug. They did not know what was going on. And when you do that drug brings out your vulnerable side of yourself. It makes you let go. It makes you ex- exceed into more of a numbness. You know what I'm saying? More than how cocaine just numbs you, but it brings you up. This one brings you down. And I don't understand how the same drug can do two different things, but I think it's the form of the heat being applied to it with the added substances. I'm not going to tell people how to make it, but the added substances that they cook it with, and it forms, this drug where now you smoke it, you light fire to it. I know. I don't really think you can shoot it. I don't know if it's a shooting thing. I don't know. Okay. Well, thank you. Because but we had talked about weed when we first came on. That was the first drug we talked about. Okay, that's on that. I'm just gonna keep going skimming through these because I mean a lot of this stuff is a little touchy. I know a lot of people in the '80s, if your parents was teenagers or adults in the '80s, not to pretend they probably tried crack. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, they probably won't tell you, but they probably did. It was a big popular drug. A lot of people did it. Um, that's why they call all the '80s babies crack babies because of the fact that people were doing that. I mean, it was a thing before they knew that it was going to cause as much damage as it did. It was just like anything else. You know what I'm saying? The next thing. Let's move on to meth. Meth. Now, honestly, I didn't realize that black people even did that drug. I didn't even know. Like, I was so shocked to realize. Uh, especially if they showed. I didn't even know that meth was a black thing. I thought that was just really the white people drug. I remember that. I remember that commercial. I remember that commercial. I remember that commercial when that girl was in the shower and she looked down at herself and she saw herself and that shit scared the shit out of me. Like I definitely was so what's name. Now, granted, over these years in life, I'm a truthie. I've tested the theory. Yeah, I feel like math is an acceptance. It makes you accept things. Um, it's more of something like, okay, you hit this, and now whatever goes on, you'll be more okay with it. You're not going to make a big fuss about it. It's not. It's going to bring out a whole another vibrant character of yourself that make you not be the person that you normally are. The things that you do sober, the things that you won't do sober, you probably would do on that drug. And I mean, it's also a smoked drug. I think they shoot that too, though. I think you could shoot that, if I'm not mistaken. I know it can be consumed, like through your mouth. It's not good to, but what it is, it's methamphetamine. It's different chemicals and stuff. I know battery acid is one of them that they all have put together to form. I got you. It's battery acid and a whole bunch of other chemicals and stuff that they put in there. But when I tell you this drug has came way more popular nowadays than it was when I saw that video. I mean, it's a lot of it's all the way. Yeah, boric acid. There we go. There we go. It's a lot of people who have been more indulged into this because they say that that is really a big hooked on drug. Um, I feel like it's more hooked on for people who have like personal issues and they're trying to like get away from them, or maybe people who who just want to feel free, and you know what I'm saying, who just wants to just get away from the everyday lifestyle. Do you have anything to say on that?
No, you got it.
Okay. I said that. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you did that.
Okay. I know it looks like glass. That's where the ice comes from. That's the nickname for ice. It looks like glass. It's like pieces that look like glass, and they use this little pipe thing with a bowl on it, and they heat it up, and it blows out a whole bunch of fucking smoke out their mouth. And it usually counteracts very fast. The thing I say the pros about it, like I said, it's good for I guess people who have situations that they're trying to get away from. But then the con is it's hard to push yourself back into doing. And I feel because a lot of people I know who has been on this drug, it takes them away from who they truly are. And it makes them forget about that person that they are. So to the point where now they're more afraid to go back to that person than they was when they first started. My opinion. Just my personal opinion. It is dangerous because the detoxation of it, to not have it after having it for so long, these people have gained a lot of anger if they don't get it. I've for my mistake, for my thing, if a person does not have, then their mood is very shifted and switched. It's one of the troubling drugs that we have now today. And it's hard to talk about it because I definitely, like I say, have people who I know and who has indulged and who has stopped and had that process. And I also have people who probably won't stop or won't even try because they just like it. And I mean, it's really used in a lot of the rainbow community now for sex. Makes you have group sex and all this stuff. What he says, good for because the bugs causes bed sores and rashes. Okay, and that's another thing. I mean, it's supposed to cause you rashes and stuff. Now, honestly, like I said, I see people who have done this stuff, and I don't see it. I don't see them listening. I think it's a certain time frame, maybe after a couple of years and stuff like that. But I just pray that all the people who I do know when they do it, they're not doing it as much because it's not really any drug, y'all. It's not really bad. It's all about a moderation, how you use it, and the time frames of using it. Now, if you let a drug do you and you end up doing this shit too much where you're spending way too much money on this drug and you can't afford other things that make shit simple in your life or you're not getting up to handle your fucking business, then that drug is not a good choice for you. But if you're able to do all that, because they have functional crackheads, they have, I mean, I don't want to say that word, they have functional crack users, they have functional meth users, they have functional weed users, they have functional other people who use stuff. Only drug I've realized that can't function on, which is the next one, which is heroin. I never thought in a million years that I would ever see somebody do it. I thought in a million years I would never see somebody. No, I have not tried it. No, I have no urge to try it. Heroin, I can't explain exactly what it is, but it's shot into your body. It's heated up and it's shot into your body and it burns inside, but it's supposed to completely numb you. And the time frame that I saw somebody do this, I couldn't get out the fucking building fast enough. I don't judge people. I'm very open to whatever you choose to do to yourself, your body, your choice. But it was so scary. All I just seen was them shoot and fall out. Like I have never saw anything like that in my life, you guys. And I promise you, it was an eye opener that wow, this this is something that I saw on TV, and this is true. This is really what they do. If you want to look more into heroin, I think the Billie Holiday movie speaks upon it a lot because Billie Holiday was on heroin. If you did not know, um, she was a functioning heroin addict. She definitely used to get on stage and sing and stuff. That's how her voice was like that. From my looking in outwards, I would say the effects would numb you. It would drowsy you. It would make you unaware, just like a Xan or Lortab. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? It gives you that Lortab feel, like you're not there. Hold on. You have to be really mental unstable to do heroin. You have to be willing to draw your own blood and then put it back in your body. What? So they take their blood and add it to this and then put it back in. Okay. I mean, that's the whole point of this show. Because, I mean, knowledge is knowledge. And, well, I didn't know that, though. See, I didn't know that. I didn't understand what the shooting was. I didn't understand what the shooting was. Like, why? Okay, cool. I get it. That's fine. That's a lot. Hi. How you doing? Okay. Woo. Okay, let's move on from heroin because I really don't know that much knowledge, and he just definitely schooled it on that with the blood thing. But like I said, I know the Billie Holiday story is a good one to watch if you want to ever see that. I feel like once you get to that type of drug, you're really, you're losing more to yourself. Because I feel like drugs don't do anything but take you away from who you are for momentaires. And the stronger the drug, the longer you're away from who you are. So just be mindful of that when you are out here testing these theories and taking your time to do these different drugs. Please don't do them because we definitely say no to them all the time. But if you are going to do them, just please have your information on knowing what you're doing, how you're doing it. And if you are out here doing heroin, please don't share no needles with nobody because that is very nasty. You don't need to be doing that stuff. They have clinics and stuff that give you stuff for that. If people don't know, they will give you needles, okay? Because it's that serious of reason why you don't need to share it. They will give it to you. I mean, you don't want to get AIDS off of a person who's not take care of themselves because I'm pretty sure if they're doing that drug, they're not sitting to take care of themselves because they have went way further from themselves than they normally would. And then you're talking about unstableness in the mind where a person could lose their temper or lose their reaction to something and not even really be in their mind frame to realize that this is something wrong that they're doing. So you have to be mindful when you're stepping into those territories. Okay, let me go to the next one. X pills, ecstasy. Now this one, okay. Only why I put this one next is because usually people don't realize when it comes to X pills. Have you did an X pill before?
You say what?
Have you did an X pill before?
No.
No? Now let me explain y'all to X pills. X pills, it flows with whatever emotion that you're doing. It's just like a strong, but it's more so unlike how Shrooms is more interactive with your mind. Ecstasy interacts with your body. Okay, so whatever energy you feel, like if you hear music, you're gonna want to dance. If you don't like somebody, you're gonna want to fight. If you like somebody, you're gonna want to probably fuck. And you're gonna probably want to jump on them. It's going to counteract with what you have going around in your environment. And yes, true X pills can kill you if you take what's name. But I mean, they have another form called beans where they mix it in, they dilute the actual X pill, and they add different drugs into it. What do you say? I mean, it keeps you up. For the foremost, it keeps you up. So I mean, and then it stays in your system longer than anything. And one thing, the pro about X pills is you can take one and you can feel that for a whole day. Unlike every other drug, where you have to keep consuming it for you to keep that going. You could just take an X pill and you're good. That's the pro about it. The cons about it is You can't calm down until it's time to calm down. Okay. Ain't no I'm about to stop. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Most people only have beans because I mean X pills they stopped making them over time, which is just the MSD is strongest point. I know they ended up putting the other drugs in there to try to kind of like keep it what's the name? Because if you don't know, um, while a lot of people who if you pop beans and you try to be so against, yeah. But now you also have to be careful with those too because now you have people pressing their own stuff, so now they don't know what they're doing. Now at first it was made sense because I remember back in the days when I was popping them, I could take one and I'll be great. Oh yeah, we about to get on those next. We about to get on those next. I definitely nowadays sometimes when I had tried them and I did do them, I had to pop one or two. That's not a good one. If you have to pop more than one, it's not good. It's not good. And then now you really have to be careful because you don't know what they're putting in them no more. But they look like pills and they have like different shapes and forms. They have all types of what's the name? They have a single stack, which basically only has one drug in it, or one or two drugs in it. Uh, a double stack has at least 2 to 3 drugs in it. Triple stack has 3 drugs in it. Usually all the drugs in it. Which, if you're not considered of what the drugs is, it's usually cocaine, heroin, and meth. Those are the 3 drugs that they usually put in there. They also might add a little Adderall. They might also add a little Molly. That's what you get when you get in these beans. It shouldn't be nothing else. But nowadays, with this new drug, the Fetty, you have to be careful any type of drug that you get that can be coated in with that. Adderall. I love me an Addy. I love me an Addy. You haven't had Adderall? What? Adderall get your ass. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Yes, they are the best. Adderall is used for people who have ADHD. Because it keeps you focused. It keeps you listening. I've done a whole mixtape in one day off of one Addy. I sat there and pop that motherfucker. And next thing you know, I'm in the studio. I had my drink. As long as I had my drink and I had my smoke, I didn't have to go anywhere. I had to get up. I had my drink, I had my weed, I had my cigarettes. I'm sitting there, what? I did a whole mixtape. And that mixtape was like so thought out. You would never thought I did it in one day. If you ever look at my SoundCloud, my Facebook mixtape is what I'm talking about. I did the Facebook mixtape in one day, and I had dropped it the next day, following day. It also keeps you up. It's just like a bean, but the only thing about that is it's safer. It's safer, and it keeps you more focused. So you're not like jumping away from your emotions. You're just focused more on actually getting yourself into doing what you're doing. If you're writing a book, you're gonna sit there and write that book. You might not get up until you're done. But you're gonna sit there and you're gonna write that book because it keeps you focused. It's for people who have ADHD who's always everywhere. It keeps them settled. You said what now?
I said I can't write a book.
You can't write a book. Well, anything that you want to do. Oh wow, I'm gonna have to see about that. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Oh, you know my what's the name? Okay, let me see. Let me put it in here. It is. I have 2 of them, you guys. Then I have some more music that's about to drop too. Yeah, Prince TK, and then I have Prince TK Royalty, and then my new music is gonna be under TK Royalty, y'all, which is coming very soon. We're not gonna talk about that, but let's move on to the next one, which is fucking Fetty. Now, y'all, this is one of the most dangerous drugs that I've heard of because I know they say that people die from the first time even trying it. I don't know exactly what this shit is, but it comes in powder, it comes in pills, it comes in all types of shit. And you have to be mindful of that, what you're taking, because now sometimes it comes in everything. And I just found out that they are starting to lace weed with Fetty. So if you're looking at weed and you see, white little shit on it or something like that, be mindful, because I know they have like the little dampeners or shit like that mixed in with cocaine and stuff like that. They have that stuff, but you have to be mindful. And anybody who sells fentanyl is just ignorant. Why are you selling something? It's some super medical shit that messes you up. Yeah, and it does though. I mean, it really does. When I tell you, Fetty is its own crazy idea of, I don't know, like I can't even imagine what it is because I haven't tried it. I know people who have tried it and they said that they passed out and they almost died. You know what I'm saying? They have to go to the hospital. I don't want anything that strong. You got me fucked up. Don't do that to me. I don't want it. I don't need it. No, that's why I usually stick with the same things that I know I'm familiar with, so I can tell the difference. I know what it is. I know what it ain't. I ain't trying to experiment too many things. Fuck that. Have you ever experienced Fetty?
No.
Mm-mm. And Fetty is fentanyl, if nobody knows what that means. And like she said, so many people have died off that. Like, so many people, and it's so crazy. My uncle actually passed away last year off of that situation. So yes, I am a former victim of that situation of losing somebody, and I can't stress to people anymore. It's not something you want. I don't understand why people be like, in this world when it comes to drugs, you be like, damn, this motherfucker just died. Hey, how you doing? Like, this motherfucker just died off this drug. And more people, you not understand, when they had made that first announcement that Fetty was killing people, you know how skyrocket the market for that went up, and it's so crazy. Like, why do you want something that's killing people? Like, oh, that must be some good ass shit. Let me see what that's about. Like, you just all of a sudden gonna be Superman or something. Like, that shit is crazy. I'm great. Loving life, you know what I'm saying? Talking about all these drugs. Okay, LSD. That's another drug I have not tried. Have you tried LSD?
No.
No? I have not tried LSD. I don't know what it does to you, but it's like another hallucinogen. I know it says it comes in like a... Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Like, damn. I'm trying to figure out what is LSD. Does anybody know what LSD is? Because I know it's a thing. I know it's an acid. It's like a acid that they put on like a piece of paper or something, if I'm not mistaken. It's like they put it on a piece of paper and they put it on a tongue. Okay. You said put holes in your brain. So that's a bad thing about it. I think if I'm going off what it look like, I know they say it's like this little square thing that you're supposed to put on your tongue. You're supposed to put it on your tongue and you're supposed to let it just dissolve or some shit like that. I don't know. But they say whatever your mind is thinking of is where it takes you. Like, it seems like it's like when you get to that point of, what's the name? There we go. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm not about to try to pronounce that, but I'm not gonna try. Okay. All right. Okay. So it doesn't put holes in your brain. Would you like to come on the show and explain to me what LSD is for me, please, if you don't mind, Dory? I mean, I can. If you can call my phone, I can put you on my phone. Let me get my phone. Yeah. Call my phone and I'll put you on the speakerphone so you can explain this to everybody because I know that it's a drug. I just don't know exactly how to use it. Okay. Okay. It's an oral drug, like a listening strip. Okay. That dissolves quickly. Okay. Like Listerine. Okay. So it's like a Listerine strip. Okay. Is that what it is? All right. Well, I'm gonna wait to see if I get a phone call about explaining what this is a little more depth so we can get into it. So since I don't know, we're going to wait. We're going to wait. I love that we have so many interactions today. Studies have said, I saw it on a intervention show once stabilized in, but it was enough for me to leave it the fuck alone. Okay, I mean, what we talked about ice. Ice is basically meth. Ice is meth. Okay, so we have. Hey, how you doing? I'm good. I'm good. You see, I'm over here doing this show. You know what I'm saying? So you want to explain to me what this is? Okay. That's what I'm saying. I kind of figured like it was like a shroom, but it seems like I know with shrooms you have to take a certain amount of it, but I know with LSD they say that it's just that one little thing that you put in your mouth and it can do that. So technically, basically, it's like the overdosage of shrooms. Mhm. Mm. Mm. Okay. So, what is the pro to doing LSD?
So it's like a double-edged sword. Like I said, you gotta like if you were to try to do it, you have to have for it because if you just give it to certain people, and it's like I said, it depends on your habit. Like if you read a certain type of book, me personally, I like reading self-development books because my brain moves, and I like doing good habits while I'm on it. But if you give it to somebody else that just like that just watching TV and just like just regular old entertainment, it's gonna be fun. Don't get me wrong, it's gonna be fun doing all that stuff. It's gonna amplify it, but you're not really gonna take much value and do it with it because you have to have some good knowledge when it comes to that type of stuff.
So basically, you'll lose your mind.
If you don't have the right guy. You wouldn't lose your mind, but it would not make your experience pleasant.
So would it kill you if you overdose?
Yeah. I mean, anything can kill you overdose.
I mean, not everything. Not everything.
Yeah. Too much water can kill you.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Too much of anything will kill you. But I said overdose. That's different than too much of everything.
What's the difference between overdose and taking too much?
Because at the day, I drink nothing but water, but I also drink liquor. But I mean, I know that if I drink, if I'm not doing anything, I'm just sitting there drinking water 100% back to back to back. Yes, that can kill me, but that's because it's more consistent. But when you're talking about drugs, you could take a certain amount that's over your body limit, and you can't come back from that. Like I could drink more water than my body can hold and piss it out and be fine. I can't do it every day, but I can do that. See, with drugs, you can't do that at least one day. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference when I say overdosing as far as or overindulging. So somebody said LSD basically gives you the balls to do something you wouldn't normally do.
Not necessarily. It puts you more in your head.
Okay.
A lot more.
But it makes you think before you do it, basically.
Drunk is different. Drunk is just like that's what you came telling me when you're implementing drunk. But with LSD, like I said, it just like amplifies everything and makes everything deeper than what it normally is.
Right.
And that is you got to be careful with that type of drug. It's mainly like used for spirituality for people to like be supposed to be useful.
So I mean, with me being a witch, it would be good for me to use it to do a ritual or something like that, basically.
Yeah, like a ritual, like a ritual or for health, if you're exercising too, that's also good for you. If you watch lectures, that's pretty good. Like self-development stuff, like make sure like you're on some special stuff whenever you're on it because you can extract so much value from that one thing. A lot of people have had their life change for the better and change for the worse, depending on that experience, type of mindset the person is. Like it really all depends. You have to make sure whenever you do it in a calm, safe spot because once that noise hits like that, it will hit you, and it does feel overwhelming. And at times, people would like have near-death experiences, or they would feel like dying. But it really depends on the mental game.
Okay. All right. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so what are the cons from it?
The cons from it is no sleep. You will not be able to sleep at all when you try to go to sleep with it.
Okay.
Also, the cons from it, like I said, like before, it amplifies. It depends on the person and whatever activities they do. It just amplifies it. And also, you also get like during like whenever you're high, you get like this weird like you move like spine moves like
What do you mean your spine moves?
Like you feel like a tingling sensation. That's what I mean. Not like
let's see.
you feel like a tingling sensation. And you like forgot how to explain it, but you like move around like a quick hitter.
Okay.
But other than that, it's nothing. Like if you do it responsibly and you make sure it's not research chemical, which is a acid. You don't want that in your body because that's just not good for your body, and it just makes your whole body reject the drugs. It's not a good experience.
Right.
I'm speaking from experience because I've done research chemical, and I'm never doing that ever again. I'm just doing pure LSD if I were to do it.
Okay.
And you gotta make sure you get tested. That's like with any type of drug too. Like if you're trying to get like if that get going on, you gotta make sure like you're putting the right drug in your body. Because people, going to the clubs and whatnot, they be giving you certain drugs that they could have methanol,
Right. Asking this, okay, so I'm moving on to the next drug, which is angel dust. Does anybody know anything about angel dust?
I have nothing about angel dust.
It was in Friday.
I'm gonna sign off over here then.
Okay, thank you. You said what now?
I said it was in a movie Friday.
It was in a movie Friday. So technically, angel dust is another hallucination drug that if you take, I know they call it wet on the streets. It's supposed to make things more no, crack is cocaine. Crack is cocaine. Just a form of it. We talked about that earlier too. Angel dust is supposed to be a hallucination. It's very dangerous because a lot of people who have been cited doing these drugs have done things like thought they could fly, thought they could jump off of buildings. It makes you unaware of your situation.
It almost makes you feel like you're Superman.
Makes you feel like you're Superman. So it basically is like shrooms, cocaine, and LSD all in one situation. Seems like it to me. Yeah, lucid. Definitely. Makes a person feel more lucid. I like that. Okay. I don't know that much about it.
It makes them fit in their own skin.
You said what?
I said it makes them fit in their own skin.
Yeah. I know I've seen a person who has done it before, and afterwards, the after effects was very dangerous because they never really came back from that situation. So doing that type of drug, it made it a little dangerous because of the fact that they never got back. They never could come back to their cells from being off of angel dust. You know what I'm saying? They never was their normal self again. Like they could never be that person that I remember them always being, and it was saddening. It was saddening. I kind of Go ahead.
And also, just kind of thinking they may not even know the person that they're supposed to be, right?
Yeah, they could have forgot. I mean, it could have been definitely a thing of I forgot what actually happened. Hi, kitty. I'm sorry, y'all. Anonymous has this pretty cat over here looking at me. Hi. Okay. Okay. So I mean, since we don't have that much information on what's the name, and once again, I like to thank Glory for coming in and explaining that for me because that's all this is for. I appreciate the knowledge on it. We definitely want to know more about it. Let me go to the next one now, which is alcohol. Everybody knows about this. People don't think alcohol is a drug, but alcohol is definitely a drug. I mean, you have all these car accidents from them. You have all these situations of people not realizing who they are, where they've been, how they've gone. I mean, honestly, alcohol is one of the worst drugs because it's so allowed. That's my fact. Okay. Please just say, if you send me to Iraq being in the Marines, I want everyone dead, but send me in there somewhere. They crazy cat. I'm down with the alcohol. But you know what, though? Alcohol is an influencer. And that's what I got from alcohol. I mean, if you don't know what it looks like, it's a thick liquid. It comes in different ways though, because you can have it in a wine, a liqueur, or a liquor. It's different types of liquors. We can really talk about alcohol and its own thing. We have beer. We even have like sparklies. I call them sparklies. I call them bitch drinks. That's why I call them bitch drinks. But they're coolers, wine coolers. It's a mix from wine liquor and like malt liquor and flavored soda or something like that. It's like a blend of those two. You have the different kinds of liquors. Now let's break into this because you know they say gin makes you sin. Have you had gin before?
You know what?
Gin is the worst of all the alcohol. Well, no, Everclear is. Everclear really is. Have you had Everclear before?
Yeah. And Seagram's gin with Tom Collins mix.
Fuck Everclear. Yeah, I just want y'all to know that. Yeah. Yeah. Gin definitely makes you ooh. I drank some gin. I drank some gin. I almost got locked up. Just tell you. Yeah, Everclear is, but it's stronger. It's just stronger as fuck. It's just. I remember my stupid ass as like I didn't know that I was about to drink Everclear. Right? I take a shot of fucking Everclear, and for people who know Everclear, you know that is like the most stupidest shit to do in your world. It felt like it was a hole being burnt through my throat. I almost died. I couldn't even drink enough water to get that shit out of my mind. Like I felt like I was dead. You're not supposed to drink it directly. You're not supposed to.
Yeah, and don't feel like you have to drink everything.
Yeah. Don't be one of those people who would just
find your lane and stick with it.
Please, cause I tell people if your skin look like this, you need to drink this. Okay? That's why they make brown.
Cognac.
Cognac is my favorite. You're muted. No, sir. Yes. Drink this, please. Because you start drinking that other shit, you start acting like some other folks. Vodka is the crazy drink. Alcohol. No, you're muted. You're muted. Yes. I can't hear you, and you're not muted no more. Probably have to jump off and come back in and see if you recalibrate your audio. But yes, vodka makes you crazy. Number one, gin makes you insane. What's the other one? White rum makes you fucking stupid. You just don't even know anymore. So when you get to the dark ones, yes, what's it? Oh, cause you know Henny is poison. I tell people all the time. Yeah. Hennessy is poison, bro. You drink too much Hennessy if you want to. Okay, you gonna end up. You might end up in this. Hennessy is like the gin of dark liquor. And I don't understand why so many black people just only like they make it seem like it's Henny, it's just Henny. just because of that, you have to realize that Henny don't hit the same. Ever since they made Henny the black drink, Henny doesn't hit the same like it used to. Like back in the days, I used to drink Henny, I'll be fine. Now I drink Henny, that should have me stupid. Like, what the fuck did they put in Henny? What did they put in Henny? Like, what they put in the Henny? No, they put something in that shit because they know that's black people's favorite, and black people still gonna drink it. I'm a Douce guy. I love Douce. Give me some Douce over Henny any day. That's my favorite.
Or Remy, but you know I'm a hood bitch.
Yeah, you say Remy. Remy is good too, though. I like Remy. I like a little Remy. I like a Remy. Okay, let me give the same. Hold on. My number. We'll do my number. Just call my phone number. If you know my phone number, you can call me in. Remy Red. I haven't. You said Remy Red before? I'm about to give me some. I like the white Remy though. Now, out of white liquors, white Remy. If you never had white Remy, oh my god, and that brown Ciroc, oh my goodness, that brown Ciroc will fuck your ass up. Don't you play with that brown Ciroc? That brown Ciroc will fuck you up, like for real, like you think you playing with something? You drink that motherfucking brown Ciroc if you want to. Hold on. Hello. Wagwan, how you doing? How you like it? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Yes, definitely get your people in Texas to start watching us and subscribing to me. Oh yeah, of course. How you doing, Shadow?
I'm doing pretty good. How about
you? That's good. So, yeah, we're on the liquors topic. As being a drug, I just explained what it looks like, and what it was. What is the pros of drinking liquor?
You know, I don't have like too many, but one of the things that used to be really attractive was the generation that we grew up with, like our grandparents and all of that. Like they had already made a name for them, and I know, like I grew up in the club scene where it was just like I wanted to be just like them, and so it was, I was always able to have a ball.
Okay, we have a comment saying you get warm from it, which is true. It will warm your ass up, and you get lit from it. You do be turned. It'll make a party out of nothing. Okay, you get a couple sips in. What would you about to say, Shadow?
Yeah, I was gonna say like if I ever like feel nervous about going to like settings, or can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh yeah, if I ever feel nervous about like going to settings or whether overthinking or anything, I feel like it relaxes you. So like if you may have like anxiety or something, it kind of like calms your nerves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, it would. Hey, King, how you doing down there?
Hello.
How you doing? We're talking about alcohol being a drug. And what is one of the pros for you? A pro.
I don't.
You don't drink?
I don't drink.
Okay, why don't you drink?
I said I don't drink. Well, one thing is my father was an alcoholic, and the way he abused my mom. Another thing that happened was my grandfather. He was like one of the old school drinkers, so he used to drink all the time. And then when he got older, the way his body could only function when he would drink, but the doctor said it wasn't good because it was shutting out his liver, and so when he would stop drinking, his body would start shaking because the body was craving for liquor, and he had slipped in the tub and broke his neck and died.
Oh wow! I'm sorry to hear that. First of all and foremost, and wow, that's a crazy way to go.
Yeah. And my mom, my brother, my stepfather, they do. I don't.
Okay. Oh my goodness, that's. I mean, like I said once again, I'm sorry to hear that. That's mind blowing to know that would actually happen. Like, I mean, that make me want to stop drinking at this moment, even though I'm drinking at this moment, y'all.
Yeah, like, you know, my grandfather used to be about when we come to DC, we used to people in the corner, you know, with his friends, and they'd be at there. They'd be drinking like all day, but he could function. It was normal. It's just that the liver over years, the liver can't handle that much liquor at so many times.
Right. I mean, okay, so what are some cons y'all want to say about alcohol?
Obviously, it clouds your judgment.
Okay. Hangovers, yes, definitely. What would you can you repeat that again though? What you said,
Me?
Shadow? Yes.
Oh yeah, I said it clouds it. Damn, what did I say? It clouds your judgment.
Yeah, it definitely will mislead you into some shit. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. You thought you was goddamn okay. What about you, King?
What's a con? I mean, yeah, that's brilliant. It's just from my understanding, it's just bad judgment.
Yeah. Okay. You agree with the bad judgment. All right. What about you, Anonymous?
Repeat the question.
What is the con about alcohol?
Oh my gosh. Well, if you have allergies, you know, it can turn into something that you have fun with, and then it's like, damn, I lost my job.
Yeah. I mean, overdosing is always a bad thing. Like you said, with any drug. But when you overdose your alcohol, sometimes you don't realize it. And the con with alcohol is sometimes it sneaks up on you. I feel sometimes it will sneak up on you where you're not as drunk as you thought you was. And then another con is it can make you black out. And, you know, I'm not for blacking out at all. I like to be aware when I'm turning up. If I'm having fun, I need something to keep me up and keep me aware, so I know what's going on. Another thing with alcohol is it can be used against you. It really can, and that's another con I don't like, that it can be used against you because I have had a drink or two. Now I'm subjected to be this evil person, even though it has nothing to do with the consumption. But because alcohol allows people to do that and be that way, it definitely is a con because now it can be used against you if you take a sip or something. You can just drink one cup of something, and now people are going to make it seem like that's why your actions was what it was because of that, because that usually cures all these people's actions. Right.
Look at you. You think you over here talking that?
I mean, you know, I'm definitely educated. You know, I try. Okay, so we're gonna move on from alcohol because it's the whole thing we can definitely talk about. Let's talk about liquid codeine, aka lean. Does anybody know about this? Nobody knows about liquid codeine?
I know nothing. I have my own one drug preference. I took one drug.
Okay. So with liquid codeine, because I know back in the days we used to make the dirty Sprite. What you put the Jolly Rancher with the Sprite, and you put the liquid codeine in that bitch, and that shit. Speaking of Texas, that Texas tea is another word for it. Woo! I tell y'all, I mean, honestly, I don't like shit that make you calm. But one thing about lean that I love, it would not put you to sleep. It did not ever put me to sleep. It made me relax, though. It made me able to just kick back and just chill. And when I used to do music on lean, my mind would work. It would work, and it wouldn't be like so sped up. It would be more so working in a proper rotation instead of it being working everywhere and going 100 miles per hour like most of the other drugs I do. It will be more consistent of slowing me down and making me actually think what the fuck I wanted to say. Yes, it's calm. No storm. Right. Exactly. Even when a motherfucker piss you off on lean, you be like, man, this motherfucker really don't want me to beat you. Well, you don't want me to beat your ass. For real, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna chill. It's a calmer. Now, hold on. Yeah. Because I mean, honestly though, I never even wanted to go to sleep. Honestly, if I think about it, I never had a moment where I wanted to go to sleep. And now I only had 2 cups. Like, I only had 2 cups. 2 good cups. But I feel like even when I first tried it, the first time it was diluted. It was diluted with the Sprite. I feel like they didn't put as much in it. The second time, hey, whoa. That first cup took a minute. I think I was sipping on my 2 cups because I never went over 2 cups. But my second time, that second cup, it took me damn near a whole day to drink. I kept it in the refrigerator, and I kept coming back to it because I'm like, whoa, like I'm up. I've been up ever since last night partying, and it's a whole nother day, and I didn't go to sleep until probably later on that night. And like I said, when I did my music, it keeps you at a calm. It keeps you calm. Like if you're first of all, 'cause I think I only got one more drug to talk about. I do. I only have one more drug to talk about. Let's go ahead and just get this out of the way, then we can. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I definitely want to go ahead and get on Molly. I saved it for last because I know this is a drug that it's a tester drug. Like a lot of people tested this drug because it's a quick old dip in. Look, have anybody have tested Molly to know what it does to you before I get into my details? No, you never tried it, King. You've never tried it.
I have tried it. I'm sorry. I have tried it.
You have tried it? Okay. How did this make you feel?
I remember I was at this boy house, he gave me Molly, and then after the other set was over, I remember it being like 95. It was already 95 degrees in Atlanta, already in the middle of summer. I thought I was going to die. I was already hot. Every house I went to, I was about to burn the fuck up. I was remember being hot the whole day. Never again. I don't do heat.
Oh my goodness. Okay. What about you, Anonymous? Have you tried Molly before?
Who hasn't?
That's what I'm saying. Shadow hasn't. No, Shadow has not tried Molly. So
Atlanta summertime, they dropped that EP. Baby, let me tell you.
Woo! I was just saying, woo! Oh my god. It was like a Freaknik all over again with Molly. Molly became like Freaknik year. I swear. It sounded like you was going around 285. Yeah. 285, 85. Not 285. 285, 85. Yes, we all Molly ran through that shit like it was nothing. Hell, even 75, because I know I was in Marietta a couple times too. I was like 19, 20 when Molly became a big thing, right? Now, I didn't do it at that time, right? It took until I was 21 to actually try it. And what excited me was they said, hey, just lick your finger, dab it, and put it on your tongue. I said, what? That's it? That's all I can do? So I licked my finger, I dabbed it. Only had just a little bit on my tongue. A little bit on my tongue. I just let it kick in. It had this weird ass taste to it. That shit disappeared in my mouth. Next thing you know, I'm feeling all okay. What is this? What's going on with me? Why do I feel so like Barbie-ish? That's what I got from it. Like it made you feel like I was Ken and Barbie was about to come to me. For real. Like it was that uplifting. Like just nothing could be wrong in life. And then I tried a capsule. Whoa, why the fuck did I do that? Why did I try a capsule? I know instantly the feeling that I got when I took it, my booty hole got very warm. I don't know if it was any like this way everybody else. But I took the capsule about 30 minutes later. I'm sitting there watching TV. I'm just like, oh, whoa. I felt like I had to take a shit. I go to the bathroom and it's it's not shit. It's not. I didn't have to shit at all. My booty hole was just wet. Oh my goodness. Like it was never knew that it could do that. This time I wasn't playing with that back there. I never knew that it could do that. You know what I'm saying? And it did. It did. But also what I realized is Molly gets you in your fucking feelings. It gets you in your feelings. It gets you in your feelings. If you never knew, it gets you in your feelings. So if you don't want to get in your feelings, don't do no Molly. And what it looks like sugar. It looks like sugar. That's what it looks like. It looks like sugar if you're getting it out of the capsule. Other than that, I think they used to put them in as like clear and red capsule, but now they probably put it in a different capsule. I don't know what they do now with it because I haven't indulged in it in so many years. Yeah, Molly gets you in your feelings. Molly will make you all emotional, and it's usually not in a bad feeling though. It don't really get you like you might cry or something. You know what I'm saying? You might be sad, but it doesn't make you aggressive. It makes you emotional, and that's the thing. It separates it from X pills because X pills will make you aggressive if you take one and you need to get them mad. Molly will make you cry if somebody make you mad. Like, why did you say that to me?
And recognizing why we so sensitive.
Why? I'm so sensitive right now. I don't know what to do. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my gosh. Well, I like to thank everybody for coming out and supporting this wonderful show. We actually ended it right at 2-hour mark. I appreciate everybody for doing this. Oh yeah, of course, definitely. Come on. I once again want to shout out to StreamYard. I want to shout out to Facebook. I want to shout out to everybody. Thank you, Shadow, for coming on to the show. Thank you, King, for coming on to the show. Thank you, all my viewers, all my participants. Oh, well, thank you, D Dorf Shield 99. I appreciate you as well for coming on. We're about to end the show. I would love for you to go and actually look us up on YouTube and subscribe us because I don't think my Twitch will actually keep my video on there. So while you're looking, please go and check us out on YouTube and definitely hit me up. I definitely will use your coding and all the stuff to get me some more viewers on Twitch. I appreciate you so much. And I definitely love the representation of you. Everybody else, thank y'all so much. Thank you, Anonymous, for coming on the show, even though you're anonymous. Does anybody have any last words before we departure?
Well, congratulations. This was the first time where I actually got a chance to be like a studio audience almost. So this was really cool.
Thank you.
So proud of you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I was late. I fell asleep for food.
I do have a
Being
question.
hungry.
Okay.
Is it going to be like a reunion for like the previous season, or?
For Let's Talk, it is going to be a reunion. It is definitely going to be a reunion for Let's Talk Season 1. I am trying to get everything situated. I am developing some stuff within some people so we can try to get this reunion set. I know I'm not going to be able to have everybody in front of me, but for the people who can get to me in person, I will definitely be trying to set up a location for them to all meet up and we can all have our Let's Talk, and we will talk to all the people who are not able to be in front and face. So then I definitely will be doing something for the Let's Talk fans. What we have here. Okay, I definitely see you on your birthday weekend. Thank you for watching so much. You've been a great audience. I do want you to know that. Ooh, this food is smelling so good, y'all. I'm about to drink a little bit more and go into non-drugs because now y'all know I'm on papers now, so I can't do any drugs. So, yay for the soberness! Ha! I'm sober.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with being sober. There's definitely nothing wrong with being sober. And like I said with my disclaimer, this is only for informational use, for y'all to take in this knowledge and understand that you don't want to indulge into something that you don't know anything about. Please do your research. Go on and look at what drugs you're trying to get into. See what the cause and effects is of these situations, and make sure that you have acknowledgement of what's going on before you decide that you want to go and indulge into these things. At least talk to somebody. Don't and if you're going to do something, people, own your shit. You ain't got to tell the world, but own it to yourself that you're doing it because you want to do it, not because this is the reason. This is not. You're doing this shit because it makes you feel good. You want to do it. Accept yourself, and that's what you need to be doing. Accepting yourself. Because if you don't, you're going to lose yourself in these drugs.
Also, I just want to say, for example, like certain things and certain substances like fat and muscle and everything, like pretty much like body mass absorbs a lot of things. So if you got a friend that weigh like twice as much as you, don't do as much as they do because you're not going to have the same effects.
It definitely has a weight thing. It's definitely a weight requirement for certain dosages of certain things. Certain people can do stuff all night, and certain people can only do something half a night. I mean, it just depends on it. Or some people might need to slow down, and they're doing. That's why they have overdosage, because they're trying to keep up with the next man, and the next man ain't you. Your body ain't going to do the same thing as that next man does. I can do 100 drugs and be okay, and you can do 100 drugs and fall out and be a crackhead or be on the streets or be somewhere where you're not able to sustain yourself and you lose yourself. Like you said, own your shit. And at that moment, we're going to come out of this thing. I want to play my beautiful outro, and y'all enjoy. Hey.
I know that you are my friend. We can be the best even at bad times. I miss you, you miss me. Oh my gosh, all my friends. All my friends. All my friends.
All my friends.
Yeah. All my friends.
all my friends, all my friends. Yeah,
I miss you.
You miss me. Oh my God, all my friends. Hey.
I know that you are my friend. We can be the best even at bad times. I miss you. You miss me. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
All my friends.
Oh my friends.
Oh my friends.